a degree in special education, and I have a degree in social work. And I had also run for 18 years a company called Partners with Parents, which provided specialized education and counseling services to at-risk families. Went to Cal State and entered into their nonprofit management program because the funding doesn't come from the government here.
Yeah, just when I hitting rock bottom was not having a place to live, losing everything, losing my job, losing, just not having stability. They help you with anger management classes, any type of, if you're in addiction, you get, they have those classes as well. So I slept at laundromats, I slept at gas stations, I slept on the sidewalk. I would go in the bathroom and lock the door and, sleep in the stall. I had to dig in the trash, and I was eating out the trash, or go to a restaurant and then wait for somebody to finish eating and then pick up their leftovers and eat it.
I admitted myself into a rehab, and it was an intense rehab for a year. And my counselor there, Darlene Walker, she believed in me. She pushed me and she was hard on me. I didn't like it, but I needed that. And she actually referred me here to CChild.
With a plan to form a nonprofit organization that would provide transitional housing for homeless women with infants that were transitioning out of these crisis maternity shelters. We started talking to anyone that would listen about this project of turning this 1,200 square foot home into the shelter that we had imagined for these pregnant homeless women, or the women that had just given birth, right, that needed housing. And by 2008, we completed the building of this shelter. And that process, I have to tell you, was miraculous. But in May of 2008, we were actually able to open the doors on this beautiful transitional living program that was 3,400 square feet and just immaculate.
And I went through a really stressful divorce. It was really hard from an abusive man with 2 little kids, and I kind of plummeted. I just went down. I was in a spiraling. I was homeless. He had the kids. He was a very wealthy, power-driven man, and when I left, I just didn't know what to do. I turned to drugs, and I had another little child, and that during that time, and we were living on the streets, and we were living in motels. I finally went into rehab, and I stayed there for about a year, and then I found CChild, and then I moved into CChild and just was home.
CChild opened up their door for me and my daughter, and I was there for 2 years. I did the 2-year program. They help you with parenting classes, they help you with childcare, they help you with anger management classes, any type of, if you're in addiction. My successes, I've got my GED. I also got my license. I graduated from El Camino College with my paralegal certificate. I got housing through CChild. I am also doing today, I am working at a law office, a legal company, and I do property management as well. When I purchased my first car, I was very happy. I never thought that I'd be able to get to that point to where I'd be able to have something of my own. I was just happy to just be able to have a car, to have something to drive in. So being at CChild, it gave me hope. It gave me a purpose. It gave me a reason, and to see that, I can do it. I can do it with, if I try. And I never actually did that until being at CChild and being pushed and, and just being somebody.
One of my successes that I'm very proud of is I got my high school diploma. I didn't think I could. Accomplished 3 years of college, and I'm still going. That's still a goal. I just gotta get over math. It goes deeper than just school, It goes into like becoming responsible, being on time, figuring out who I was as a woman and not the lie that was always fed to me when I was a little girl, you know? What was just the truth? Who am I really, you know?
I was having some rough times with my children's father. Abuse was involved. Physical, mental, emotional. And there's drugs involved. And, you know, especially my older one. Sorry. Every time I speak about my older one, it's because he's seen a lot. He's seen a lot. And I always regret putting him in situations where he didn't have to be. You know, there was a time he was 4 or 5 years old. I asked him to go get help.
And now, I got my own place. I actually got back with my ex-husband and we just decided to work it out. And we got our apartment in a 2-bedroom house, and what I'm doing now is I'm employed. I'm a personal trainer at 24 Hour Fitness and I love it. I am still working on my degree. I still go to school.
I went to school and I got my GED last year. Well, I'm majoring in ultrasound tech, and I go to school at Harbor College full time.
I just, you know, I really pray that we will find some funding to keep this going, to expand this. For many of our moms, when they graduate from here, I think everybody's really aware of the fact that, you know, LA still has a major housing crisis. Although it was 36,000 homeless when we first started, that number's doubled, right? So, and rents are outrageous. These women, even though they may have just be finishing their associate's degree, they're not at the employment level where they still have a sustainable income.
Rent is really high. I'm paying $12.75 right now for a studio with all of us. You know, there's 4 of us, and I really want to go back to school, but I can't really integrate school in right now because I'm focusing so much on working, and I have to work really hard. I work the graveyard shift. I get home sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning. Right now I'm just working down at the port with like the cargoes, the shipping companies. I do their manifests. So it's hard. It's hard because it's out in the cold and I'm standing under, you know, a ship, and it's hard work. And I would really like to finish that degree because that's one of those goals I set for myself, and I really hope that I'll be able to do that one day.
And I'm trying to save to buy a house. I'm like, that's one of my ultimate goals right now. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try my best.
It's just that there's so much more we can do. There's just so much more we can do for these women, and so many more women out there and children that need our help.